Good morning, everybody. How is everyone's day so far? Hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Let's see. I'm going to be honest, guys. I am actually in a pretty big Epic the Musical mood. And it's going to take a lot for me to not just listen to all of the sagas on repeat. I'm just going to say that. But yes, good morning, everybody. I know why you all are here. Give me a second. Give me a second. There you go. Fish is active. Fish is active. What is this layer controlling? Oh, that's what it's controlling. Okay. Well, then I will borrow it to add some more hair strands. Hi, Mikey. I am once more not modded on the red app. Ugh, I'm sorry, I forgot to check. Hodge. How do I do that again? Studio. Settings. Community moderation. No users found matching. That's why you're still not modded, Lynette. Oh no. Oh no. I just deleted everybody's modding permissions. Oh. 1 second. Everybody be nice. Be nice on Twitch, on YouTube. Be nice. Do you know what sucks? This is the worst time to have to do this because my goddamn tablet is massive. I love it. But it is actively blocking my keyboard, and it's such a fucking bitch to do anything regarding my keyboard. Okay. I'm gonna try to add you again, Lynette. Nope, still no users matching. So IDK. I don't know what I can do. And you imagine you wanted bigger. I did ask for a larger one. I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. This. Yes. Okay. I love it so much. I just need a larger desk. So Jer got me a mechanical, not mechanical, but like it's a clamp to your desk swinging mechanical arm that's supposed to be for clipboards, but we believe it would also suit my tablet. But the problem is that would make my tablet a permanent feature of my desk, and I'm not opposed to that. I'm genuinely not opposed to that, but I would need a bigger desk to make that viable. So, maybe when some of my money starts rolling in, we can start looking into that. Not the mod purge. A lot of fish. Wow. Yes. My community loves art streams because it means they get to fish. Guys, I think I am nearly done this. I think I'm nearly done the rendering for this. I wanted a lot of the focus to be on the face. Did I hydrate? Do you want me to hydrate with coffee or with water? Or with waiter? I do apologize. I do get a lot of the fish notifications. Can I filter that? No. No, I cannot. It's just like, do you want to filter which monetized notifications you get? No, that is not the case. Okay, well, I'll drink coffee because it's easier, because I have a massive water bottle on my desk, and it's big. It's hard to pick up. Surrender to the render, yes. But yeah, I wanted to focus a lot of the rendering on the face, because, like, I personally think that's the main focal point of this card, for this card that will be labeled Empathy. So I wanted a lot of the focus to be here. Okay, so I think that means okay. Oh, I should probably tell Mari I'm working on her. Oh, she's currently playing Final Fantasy XIV. Working on your piece on stream. Hope to finish it up today. Heart. Alright, how do I normally search up? God, it's been so long since I've done an Oracle card commission. Despite the name change perhaps fucking things up, there is another method. Oh? What do you think? Spear, I don't think you were here when I made my I'm just gonna listen to epic musical sagas all day threat. Because I think you would have encouraged it. Let's see. Calligraphy font generator. Empathy. You're off. What? Oh, I also need to have one of my previous cards up to try to, like, match to the... Because it's a very specific font, and I'm really... and I wasn't, but yesterday... Are you off work today? Is that what you mean? So that's the E I'm looking for. I can at least do that. Hilariously enough, I could probably... Hold on. So rebirth, empathy, freedom... No, rebirth, resilience, freedom. None of them have a P. Can I just splice previous words to like previous like letters from previous things together? Could I theoretically do that? I think I might be able to. Oh, delete. Hello? Okay. The wind is super harsh outside. I'm worried that I might lose power at some point. So we'll see. I'll be off at 3 p.m. 4 p.m. Eastern. So not yet. I'm off work early today. Not yet, but in 3 hours. Ooh, oh nice. We were not joking, but we were commenting on how you're almost in Dawn Trail, and we're doing maps tonight. My computer's throwing a hissy fit. We're doing maps tonight. So we were like, ooh, maybe we can get Spear in on it. But unfortunately, no. I don't think you're going to be able to clear that much story. Okay. Oh, that's this version of that card. Sorry, I was chewing on my fingernail. Not like biting my nails, but like I was making my nail make that clicky sound. I think this might have been some of the best skin rendering I've done. Like this card here. It was a pain in the ass, but it looks pretty. My laptop's throwing a hissy fit again. I love this. I love trying to work on humongous canvases that have a shit ton of stuff. Why are the words separated? Hello? Why are these all separate? Alright, well. Where's the line art for that? There it is. Okay. So if I were to do this, and do this, and then do this, Control copy, Control V, there we go. God damn it, cancel. There we go. And we can do this and get our words started. Rebirth, freedom. So freedom has an M in it. Control copy. Control V. Way too much patchiness to get through, brain power to power. Yeah, no, that's completely fair, dude. But you're so close to being, like, at the end game, dude. How does that feel? How does that feel? Alright, none of them had a P. That was one of the problems I was having. None of them had P. So, let's try to figure out how a P would look in this font. Let's bring up that thing I was looking at earlier. See if we can get a little inspiration. So one thing I noticed about this font is that all of the words are in their capital version. So we're going to be looking at a capital P. I mean, that one's kind of fancy. But it's also bulky, and I don't know if I want a whole lot more bulk, especially considering how fucking silly the M is. Wow. So I woke up at 4 a.m. again today to give Mystic her medication, right? And I stayed up until about 6 a.m. because I also wanted to make Jer his breakfast, and he leaves at around 6 a.m. So, like, I started making his breakfast at, like, 5:20, woke him up, chatted with him for a little bit, and then I went back to bed. And I was like, normally my alarm's, like, before I started working, my alarm was set for, like, 8:30. So I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna turn my alarm off for 8:30. I'm just gonna take my soy ass to bed and just let this vibe. My cats woke me up at 11:20. I don't know. They were probably like, man, Mom's been in bed for a while. This is unusual for her. Like, I might need to find another obsession after I get there. Are you still working on Valheim, yeah? You know what? I might take that version of that letter there. So it's like this. Why are we like this? Okay. We're gonna do this because I feel like it's just a smooch too big. Alright, we're gonna go and we're gonna bulk it up in places. Try to make it more of a natural slope here. Mother, we have committed many atrocities. Knowing my cats, they might have. Hey man. Hey man. Can we zoom in? There we go. So my first full day, guys. So to give you an idea of how quickly things have gone, I did 3 hours of slideshows on Tuesday. Okay. Okay. 3 hours of slideshows on Tuesday. And then 9.5 hours of physically demanding labor yesterday. So it was fun. It was familiar, which is something I was hoping for, because like I've worked in kitchens before. I've done the whole shebang before. I have never, it's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, exactly. Like there's massive baking like trolleys that you essentially roll into this like walk-in oven. And yes, walk-in ovens are terrifying, but it's not like a full like walk-on in. Like the most that gets into there is my arms, but still, I'm very diligent about keeping an eye on that goddamn door. But yeah, a lot of it is, so when I previously inquired about the job, they said we don't bake anything here, or at least that's what I had picked up. That was the interpretation that I got. But apparently the more actual thing is they don't actually make the dough there. What they do is they get in like frozen par-proofed dough, and then they will let that dough come to temperature, put it in their proofing chambers, and like then it's like dough. Oh yeah, don't worry, Ma. Trust me. I know. Trust. I'm paranoid. Trust. Yeah, so you can still bake fresh. Exactly. So yesterday was pretty exciting. I accidentally burnt 36 loaves. That was a thing I did. And I still feel immensely bad about it. The fuck? Why is there all this extra sound? Oh, because it's the actual music video. Go away. I want a lyric video. I don't want your action song in the background. Or your action movie in the background, I mean. Yeah, okay, so story time. We had loaded up a baking rack, and I did not count the racks myself, but I believe, from my memory, baking racks are 2-sided, and they have 6 racks on each side, so I believe that is 12. Okay? And then each shelf on the baking rack, so all 12 shelves, we had 3 loaves of bread. French bread. So 3 times 12 is 36. And whenever somebody gives me verbal information that I need to remember, I do this autistic little like, let's see if I can get my hand to cooperate here. Wrong hand. Okay, if you want that hand, I do this autistic little like tippy tap, and I will repeat the information as I tippy tap. Okay? It is a way for me to remember. So we had something in the oven that still had like 2 minutes on it, but my boss is just like, I need to go and grab another box from the freezer, so when that stuff comes out of the oven in 2 minutes, I need you to put this rack into the oven at 480 for 30 minutes. So I'm like, okay, 480, 30 minutes, 480, 30 minutes, 480, 30 minutes. Okay? Okay, we're with me? I bake my bread at 495. So I didn't bat an eye when she said 480 for 30 minutes, okay? The oven was on 380. I want you to keep this in mind, okay? So the oven timer goes off. I pull the previous rack out. I put it to the side, and I put the new rack in. and I crank the temperature up to 480 and I put the timer on for 30 minutes. Okay? Manager comes back, she starts showing me some other things, and then the timer goes off. And because I'm in the middle of doing something, she goes, I'm gonna go take care of that oven. And then eventually I'm done that thing, so I go in the back and I see her and the other bakery workers standing there looking at this rack of burnt fucking bread. And I'm like, what happened? And she goes, you put it on 480. And I'm like, because you told me to. And she's like, no, it was supposed to be 380. And I'm like, I'm positive you told me 480. I'm positive the words I received were 480. And like, thankfully, like, because it's a chain grocery store, each department has a manager, so I directly respond to the bakery manager, but the bakery manager has to respond to the store manager. So the assistant store manager was there as well. And I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, this was genuinely a mistake. I never intended to burn the bread, blah, blah, blah. Like, I was apologizing like crazy. And the assistant store manager was just like, shit happens. Yeah. And then, like, my manager was just like, it's your first day. And I'm just like, I still feel so bad. Because that also put us behind. That was 36 loaves that were supposed to go out yesterday evening. And, like, it took a while for not only the flash frozen loaves to thaw, but then to proof. And then for us to prep them. And then for them to bake. So, like, I felt, like, so bad. I felt so bad. So, shit happens first day, learning curve. Yeah, exactly. It could have been worse. It could have been worse. So, yeah, I forgoed my second 15-minute break. So the way my break structure is I've got a 15-minute and then an hour break, which was nice, and then another 15-minute break. So she didn't ask me to not go. She also didn't remind me, but I was just like, it's okay. I don't need those other 15 minutes. So I forewent my second 15-minute break to help her catch up. And then I also stayed a little bit longer, too. I would have stayed longer if it wasn't for the fact that Vosk had to pick me up yesterday. So, do you guys remember one of the reasons I was super down for the idea of this job was because of the hours? 5 a.m. to 2 p.m. And the reason I was like super down for these hours is because Jer, who since heart surgery has been working half days for the past 2 years essentially, right? No, not 2 years. Yeah, it's been 1 year since his surgery. So over a year, but a year and a half. He's been on half days, right? And he has been begging to go back up to full days, right? He has been trying so hard to go back up to full days. And chain of command, paperwork has just been fucking him over every step of the way. So for the past year and a half, he's gotten out at 11:30. He's been home by 12. So the idea was that he goes into work normally at 6 a.m., so he could drive me to work, go back home and veg out a little bit, and then leave for his own employment. Come home before I'm off work, and then pick me up from work, right? It worked out with his hours, it worked out with our schedules, it was fantastic. Every other day this week, he has gotten off at 11:30. Yesterday, my first day at this new job where my hours work so perfectly around his. The whole reason I got this job was because my hours work perfectly around his. He is informed that he's now back on full days. fucking kidding me? And because for some reason, the building I now work in has such little connection, like cell phone connection, reception, inside the building, I couldn't message Vosk because Vosk, I don't know if they could receive text to their phone at the time. I tried to message them on Discord, but Discord was not allowing me to send a message to Vosk to see if they could pick me up. Because they tend to leave for work at around 2 p.m., 3 p.m. So they would be leaving the house around the time that I would need to be picked up. So then I had to text Lynette, my sister, to get her to fucking message Vosk. And then get Vosk to reply to Lynette so that Lynette could text it back to me. Thank you again, Lynette. By the way, for doing that. But, like, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Like, can we be so for real? But yeah. It was still fun, though. It was still fun. I was so confused. Yeah, no, I do have Vosk's number, is the thing, is that Vosk tends to, Vosk will sometimes, like, historically, I don't know if this is the case currently, but Vosk will sometimes just opt to not put time on their phone, because it costs money, and realistically, we use Discord anyway. If anyone they want to get a hold of them wants to get a hold of them, they use Discord. So, like, I just didn't know if they had any time on their phone. And I didn't want to risk them not having time on their phone and me just sitting there, like, waiting for a reply. That was never going to happen. Oh, my arms are so sore. Like, guys, these racks are fucking heavy, dude. They're fucking heavy. Like, I feel the muscle pain in my upper arms. I feel it in my pecs. I feel it in my sides. I feel it in my thighs. Because, like, it is a full body trying to move some of these racks, especially if they are full of fucking dough, right? Ugh. Fucking hobbling around last night, and I was so tired last night too, dude. I was so tired. Basically, after supper, I went to go, like, lay down on the couch just to girl rot a little bit, and I was threatening to fall asleep. But I rewarded myself for supper last night. We did a seafood boil a few weeks back, and we still had, like, in our freezer, we still had crayfish, we still had crab. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I am going to reward myself for, you know, big girl first day, and I want to do a seafood boil again. So when I got off work, I went and I grabbed some shrimp and some potatoes and, like, some other things for the seafood boil, some scallops, some mussels, and things like that. And yeah, I did seafood boil last night. Swole coat. Bro, tomorrow, fucking, mark my words, tomorrow before I have breakfast, I am going to weigh myself, and I'm gonna fucking go through my journey. Oh, I almost forgot. I gotta get Jer to pick up Mystic's medication. I told him this morning that Mystic needs her medication picked up. I'm sending him a follow-up text. Hey, hon, please don't forget Mystic's meds on your way home. Love you. There we go. If he forgets Mystic's medication, I'm gonna shit. Alright. To see, and now I'm wondering if I forgot to give. You got a new number? Oh shit. Boss, do you still have my old number? Or my old number. Do you still have my number? You sent me a text. I had your number as of HalCon. Cause we were texting via during HalCon. So if you had this new number since October? No. November. November? Then yes, I would have your number. Yeah! Okay, cool. Yeah, I just didn't know if you had, text time or anything on it. And as I was saying earlier, I didn't want to risk you not having time on it and me not finding that out until it was too late. I just spawned in layer 92. Hey. That's right. I still need to do a bordering layer. Choosing most direct / most reliable be, yeah, exactly. Oh, is asked if Discord is the best way. Oh, okay, I see. I understand now. For some reason, I thought you were pay as you go. Yeah. I know I've only had one day so far. I am low-key a scooch nervous, though. I might have to bring this up when I go in on Sunday. But, my manager currently, the way she's teaching me is... It's a lot of information to take in. Completely fair, completely understandable. But there is, you have to be able to, come up with a production menu for the day and, know how much of everything you need to make. And, I genuinely don't know how to determine what needs to be made and when. And, the idea is we go out with a scanner and we scan everything and we're oh, this has 5, this has 10, this has 2, and, technically, yes, from there you should be able to determine, oh, well, I need to make blank of XYZ. But I don't have the intuition of, oh, well, this is going to sell a lot, yada, yada, yada. So, I don't know that yet. But basically, largely yesterday, it was focused on this is this bread, this is how you put it in the pan, and this is how long you cook it for. Like, that's largely what yesterday was. So I'm sure that will come with time, but like part of me is just worried I'm gonna, like, after a week or two, just be in the baking section by myself. Create be confusing. Create is confusing. There is a plethora of tutorials online, dude, like on YouTube. If you want to build anything, just search create Minecraft create blank tutorial, and like that's it. And also, do you know about the pondering? Do you know about the ponder mechanic, Kringa? But yeah, I hope I get a little bit more explanation on Sunday when I go in. Have a good day, Vosk. Drive safe. It sounds disgusting out there. What are you trying to make, Kringa? A press? Presses are very easy to make. But yes, do you know about the pondering mechanic with create? Kringa's gonna make me want to just fucking boot up Minecraft and just fucking teach him how to use create. Okay. So, Kringa, if you have Minecraft open right now, I'm gonna get you to do something for me, okay? I'm gonna get you to open your menu. Make sure that on the right-hand side of your screen, you have JEI open. So JEI is just enough items. It is when you're able to search up an item and click on it, and it tells you how to make it. Okay? But what I'm going to get you to do... Yes, Kringa, give me a second. What I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to get you to search up how to make rotation stronger. Okay, so there are a few ways you can do that. Wait. So does that mean you already have a rotational power? It's just it's really slow right now? Water wheel combo thing? Okay, yeah. Yeah. Okay. So you just need to learn how to make it stronger? Okay. So there's a few ways you can do this. You can attach a small water wheel to a series of large water wheels to get more rotational power. So the larger water wheels will be where your power comes in, but your small water wheel will determine how fast everything goes. Because it's smaller, it moves faster. Another way you can do this too is you can do a series of small and large cogs. So if you put down a small cog, attach a large cog to it, and then attach another small cog on the other side of that large cog, that smaller cog will start moving faster. But yeah, create's fun. You just need to learn how to use create. had to figure out how to make the press in 20 minutes because I didn't know how crafting anything worked. Okay, so Coringa, while you're in JEI, I want you to search mechanical press, okay? When you have mechanical press in JEI, I want you to click off of your search bar just to make sure you're not typing your search bar anymore. And then what I want you to do is hold down W whilst hovering your cursor over the mechanical press icon. This is the pondering mechanic. This is the pondering mechanic in Create. It tells you how things function and what they need to function. The andesite casing. Yeah, that one took me a little bit to figure out too. No, that empathy still looks way too skinny compared to the other stuff. Okay, I'm gonna make that larger. Time to be a menace. Oh, there it is. There it goes. I think I should at least round this out a little bit, because that's how it is with the M here, is it's rounded. Oh, did you guys lose power? No. Office got dark. Or are you just talking the weather? Lynette, I couldn't help but notice that your fish aren't going off. Do you need to refund yourself on those fish? I'm gonna close fish and reopen it. Yeah, as soon as I closed it, it had to do a little update. Yeah, refund yourself those fish. Game thinks Lynette has fished enough. Yeah. looks like fishing is working again. Well, at least it is for Mum. We'll see if it lets the Lynette fish. God, I don't have an energy drink, and I swear to God, I wish I did. Fuck me, dude. That's what I should have bought yesterday. I should have bought some energy drinks. Hold on. I'm gonna text Jared and be like, "Well, you're getting gas. Can you get me some energy drinks?" Oh, yoy. Better deal at gas stops. Can you grab me some? That's not how you spell you. Stop off. Stop. A maternal humanoid. I can't help but notice you're taking away my fishing spot. Hi, Delkith. How's it going, dude? Hold on. I gotta zoom out. So Delkith can see. Look at that. I'm loving all the rendering around the face, and like I debated putting the little dots around the wisp, and I'm so glad I did. And the little lines inside the wisp too, I think it just really adds a lot to it. But also, I don't know if people are going to peep this or not. And if, like, I haven't mentioned it to Murray yet. I don't know if she's aware of it. But if she has a problem with it, I'll 100% remove it. But the floral vines on the side have pinks, blues, and whites in them. Mari's recently come out as trans. Pronouns are she, her. So that's one of the reasons why this is a more feminine presentation of her character. But also, I thought that was a nice nod. I thought it was cute. And it's subtle, you know? Going good. Finished work early today, and Miss Somnia has the car, so I'm just hanging. Oh, you're still at work then, huh? But yeah, going back to, with Delkith and I were talking about this yesterday, so ADHD brain go burr. I might have to end up waiting until Jared's off work. So I get off work at 2. Jared gets off work at 3:30. And then it could take 45 minutes to an hour for Jared to get home, depending on the traffic. School. Oh, gotcha. So I'm thinking about picking up, you can get tablets on like Amazon or something that have the ability to run Clip Studio Paint, because of the fact that the internet is so fucking shitty in the break room at work. But like I could theoretically just like work on commissions. Just sitting in the break room. Alright, I need to go make myself some Jinx Gaming, and I need to go get the cats. No, wait, no. The cats don't need a medication right now. She needs medication at 4:30. She's good. I need to go get me some Jinxed, though. So I am going to go get myself some Jinxed and try to wake up a little bit. So I'm going to let y'all fish. I'm going to make me disappear and turn off my microphone. So, behave. That is a doop and a doop. Hello. Am back. Hi, Jebel. I do apologize, Twitch folks, but you cannot see the comments from the red site because, to my remembrance, now I need to go back and read on this, but to my remembrance, Twitch had a big "we are your priority" clause, and it was you're not allowed to like have comments from other sites on your stream if you are multi-streaming. It used to be that they didn't let anybody who wasn't a partner multi-stream, but they have since allowed affiliates to multi-stream. Oh my god, why is this looking so ugly? I am so tired. I was just like, I'm going to be working on commissions today regardless. So, you know, maybe I should just like, what am I doing? Why am I here? Why am I doing this? So I was just like, maybe I should just like, what are words? I should stream it. You know, I'm going to be working on comms today regardless. But God, I'm so tired. Understandably so, I'd like to think. Wah, itchy face. Ooh, candy corridor. What? There's the chat here about numbers. Thank you, Ma. I need to figure out a way to get so I have a doc on my OBS that tells me my Twitch stats. So like how many people are viewing, if any clips were made, how many followers I'm currently at, yada, yada, yada. But I need to find a way to do that for the red site. EP art stream, let's go. Ooh. So chat, do I bring my big titty, thick thighed Jinxed Gaming Cup to work? Oh my god, Lynette, I managed to find a person who loves Hoyoverse games whilst on my break yesterday. And I told her about your Navia and your Navia numbers to my remembrance. And also how you've been paid to defeat bosses for people in the past and how you do dailies for people or shit like that. And this girl was just like, oh, your sister's one of those players. The cup is definitely a statement. Do I assert dominance? That was a big eraser. Holy shit. There's a girl at the grocery store near us who brings her cups to the register with her. Oh. Gotcha Mercenaries, cool AF. Oh, from Gamer Subs? Nice. I swear I'm casual again. No, you're not. Now, I did neglect to tell her that you've actually received an invite to get interviewed by Hoyoverse. I did forget to tell her that. Lynette's just like actually casually goated. Good, don't. Alright, how do I want to do this? As I've said many times. But it still sounds so cool. Oh, my arm. There we go. Reaching my arm over to my laptop to hit fucking shift to add something to my fucking select is... Oh, it's tender, boys. You guys remember when Calls of the Lamb put out their own fucking rock album? Do you guys remember that? Please zoom in. Hold on. I wonder if I can add... No, that's not it. Okay. Yeah, I tried to see if I can add the... Yeah, that's not it either. Try to see if there was a way to add the YouTube numbies, but can't seem to find that. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that later. To see if anyone's watching on YouTube. Or at least I know Jebel is. Remember, I still listen to it. Yeah, I currently got it playing right now. I don't believe YouTube can hear it, unfortunately, but... because I didn't want YouTube to smoke me. Euphoria's nice. Oh my god, as soon as I figured out, like as soon as I was like taught on Tuesday how to put in like PTO requests, or not PTO, RTO, and PTO I guess, but as soon as I like was taught how to put in time off requests, I went home and booked off all of the LARP events for the year. And like, to be fair, when I was being interviewed, I did warn my interviewer, my boss, that my husband and I go on camping trips a few times a year. So like a few weekends a year So she was made aware of that. But yeah, I wouldn't like put in like fucking 7 time off requests in one day. Actually, no, more, because I also took my birthday off. I should probably go back and put our anniversary off as well. Huh? Is that a text? Oh. Yeah. No. Sorry, I received a fucking text about... It was scam text. That's all you all need to know. Just like, no, I'm gonna unsubscribe from that, thank you. Undead camping trips. Listen. I wasn't about to explain LARP to her. I wanted to get hired, Duncan. Although that being said, so the way my interview process went, I applied online, and then I immediately got a, hey, we like your stuff. Here, can you fill out this online application process? Riddled with AI. Riddled. But it was like a, in blank scenario, I'm blank. And like, it's like a multiple choice thing. So like, I basically rapid fired, went through all of that. And, I, like 5 minutes later, got a, we want to have an interview with you. Here's our interview times. And like, the first available interview was like the next day. So I was like, fuck it. I'm free at that time. So I go into my interview the next day and learn that because everything was so fast, that the manager who was supposed to be interviewing me had already gone home because she hadn't received notification that she had an interview that day. So what ended up happening is the assistant store manager, so like the person who is not bakery manager but part of the store management system, who used to be a bakery manager. She was just like, hell yeah, I'll tackle your interview. She's like, I don't have your resume though, so you're gonna have to tell me a little bit about your work history. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So that was a 5-minute interview. It was 5 minutes. And it was, at the end of it, she was just like, if I was hiring for my personal department, I would hire you right now. But I'm not, so I'm going to tell these thoughts to, enter bakery manager's name here. And then as I was like getting up, she noticed like my Umbreons on my purse, and she goes, oh, I love Umbreon. Shiny Umbreon's my favorite Pokemon. And I'm like, I love Umbreon too. And then she noticed my purse, and she goes, is that a Cardcaptor Sakura purse? And I'm like, yeah, it's a Cardcaptor Sakura purse. And then we had mentioned nerdy hobbies, and I was just like, oh yeah, no, I'm totally, I play D&D and live action roleplay, like LARP. And she goes, no, that's a different person. And I told her about LARP, and she goes, I've always been so curious about those. And I was just like, well, when I'm here more often, I'll be more than happy to tell you about it. It was like a small moment of just like mega confidence. I was like, when I'm here more often. And then I had love meeting nerds in the wild, right? So the bakery manager ended up calling me, saying like, hey, I heard really great things about you, but I would also still like to personally interview you. That interview was 8 minutes. And she's like, not the one we're talking about who likes Umbreons, but the one that said that she'd recommend you. So the one who said that she'd recommend me is the one who said that she likes Umbreons. They are the same person, but that is not who I'm calling Susan. Susan was somebody who helped me with my onboarding. And again, Susan's not her real name. I can call the person who originally interviewed me / the one who likes Umbreon / is the assistant store manager. I can call her Carrie. So yeah, I ended up having to go and do a second interview with the bakery manager. But again, within 8 minutes, she's like I told her I used to decorate cakes. I used to write on cakes. I told her that like I've got basically a micro bakery at home. And she's like, she's got her elbow propped up on the desk, and she's like, she's got her fingers against her forehead, and she's like sort of like leaned into her hand, and she's just like, I still have 2 interviews to do on Thursday, but I want to hire you now. Okay, so Lynette, Susan is not that person. I'm gonna do my best. Hold on. That is a huge canvas. That's okay. So we have. I'm gonna crank down the stabilization on this. So we have the nerd, the Umbreon lover, LARP curious. This is one person. Susan is one person. Oh, and this is a recommended. So this is the person who recommended me to the bakery. Susan was just for my onboarding. And then we have my bakery manager. These are 3 different people. I'm going to call this one Carrie. This one's Susan. And I guess we'll give my bakery manager a fucking fake name too. I'm going to call her Tina. There you go. There we go. Any questions? Do we have any questions? Hi, Jean. So my first interview was with Carrie, and my second interview was with Tina. The only thing Susan was involved in was my onboarding and my orientation. Okay. One of us not a go. Yeah, I do want to talk to Carrie a little bit more about LARP, because she did express that she was curious about it, and I think it would be really cool to like get more people into it.
I spilled the juice all over my sweater. Oops.
God, I need coffee. No, it's okay. It's a lot of names I'm throwing at you too, right? It's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. Crank my stabilization back up. Okay, so how do I deal? Okay, so that's how I did that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back here. I'm going to remove this.
Ooh.
Okay. Should I put some highlight over there? I do not believe so. Maybe like this? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. And then what I'm going to do, because I'm noticing that there's bits where the liner is a little more gray on this side. Add glow. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little splash of highlight in the wrong thing. That explains it. There we go. Still doesn't quite look right, but I think I'm gonna drive myself insane trying to make this work. LARP curious is goated sexuality. Stupid burn? What did you do, Lynette? Alright, actually before I open a new folder, oh, do I not have... I don't have an A between these two, but I do have another oracle card I could consult. Oh, of course there's no A in here either. Fuck! I cry every time. Okay. But after A, we need a THY. So we got a T and H with Rue. Ugh. And no Y. Ugh, I need to create an A and a Y. Why? Ate hot food and scalded the side of my mouth. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, Lynette. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Nah, it's okay. You're good. I can understand the need for emphasis. Wait, no. Sorry for choosing. No. At this point, honestly, realistically, Silverbell, is what I need to do is I need to write the alphabet and just have that as its own thing. That's what I need to do. It's something I should do. If I'm gonna get more fucking oracle card commissions, it's what I need to do. Alright. Next word. So, capital A. How did we want to do this capital A? I mean, like, oh, those ones are pretty, but they're so big. But everything in this fucking alphabet so far has been big and flashy, so maybe I should just say fuck it and do it. Okay. Now let's figure out where we want to bulk this up. like that. Whoops. Whoops. How's it going, friend? What brings you by today? Is it VTubers art or both? Unhinged behavior. Oh my god, stop. There we go. Oh, Delkith, I forget if I've asked already, but are you and the wife coming in for Atlas's musical debut? I feel like I've asked this already, and I feel like the answer is no. But I can't recall. How did that A turn out so much better and faster than the P? I have asked? Okay, well, I mean, if Lynette remembers, then I've definitely asked. Definitely not a good bottom surgery option. Oh, I'm sorry. For those watching on YouTube, again, I'm listening to music. You may have asked, but yeah, no, unfortunately not. Missed the window. Cry. Yeah, I was trying to wait a little bit longer, like kind of like past the holiday situation, but I would go back and periodically check on it, and I saw that like seats were going quick. So I was just like, ooh. Here, there, everywhere, Lynette. We mods gotta watch it. Lynette, listen, I've tried to add you. But he apparently dropped that and then did. Lynette, you're head mod on Twitch. You're like double the mod on Twitch. Listen, you may not have the options. We have all the authority. Imagine having more responsibility than normal mods. Where do I want the shadowing on the big part? And yeah, I was thinking about asking Insomnia if she wanted to go, but I didn't get the chance before Atlas told us they sold out. Oh no. Oh, cry. Pardon me. And you guys are still unsure if you're able to do the masquerade, which is completely understandable. We're gonna have, like, Jared and I are just gonna have to go up there some weekend. We're just gonna have to fall back to the original plan of just, like, ambushing you guys some weekend. Go in and erase some of this here. Jer's birthday is in 2 days, guys. Is this the ambush trip you had mentioned to Lynette? Yes. We still don't have a date. We still don't have, like, anything like that. So I don't know when this would happen. Because, like, a lot of things came up. Like, you know, me getting a job. And the idea of them coming down for the masquerade and things like that. So I'll hopefully be going in for interviewing next week. So the masquerade's like, oh no! Oh my god. So I ordered a mask from Fantomassy. If you guys are on TikTok, if you guys are on LARP or Fantasy TikTok in any way, shape, or form, you've probably seen Fantomassy before. They are famous for their glasses inclusive masks. Okay? And I had always said that if we were going to be doing a masquerade at LARP, I want a Fantomassy mask. Okay? So as soon as I received word that it was possibly a masquerade. I didn't even receive word if it actually was. I heard a rumor that it was going to be a masquerade in February. I went and I ordered a pre-made Fantomassy mask for 130 Canadian doubloons. This was not a custom order. This was not a fancy mask. But it is a handcrafted, machine embroidered, like, glasses inclusive mask. And it was 130 Canadian doubloons right before Christmas. And on their website they say, like, you know, making and whatnot can take a few months. So I ordered this I ordered it in November 20th is when I ordered it. And so I received word. It's just like, hey, Fantomassy is brilliant. They look beautiful. So, like, I received word just like, hey, thank you so much for your order. And December goes by. And then we get into January. And, like, February is when the masquerade event is. And I'm just like, hey, guys. Hey. Can I get word that this is being, like, actually made? Or shipped? Or anything like that? So, like, I tried contacting their contact email on their website. No response. I tried commenting on one of their posts on Facebook. I tried messaging them on Facebook. No response. And eventually I learned that they have a Discord. So I infiltrate their Discord. And I request to speak with one of the admins. And one of the admins DMs me and they're like, hey, what's up? And I explained to them the situation that I ordered a mask in, like, November 20th. I was like, here's my order number. I haven't received any word yet. I have an event that's coming up in February, and I'm starting to get nervous that I'm not going to get this mask in time for the event. And so this person, they were like, extremely nice, super charming, and they were like, oh, I'll get to the bottom of this for you. And so they did. So turns out that my email and several others had ended up going to the spam folder. So that's why I didn't get a response. But I was literally informed the next day, so yesterday, that my mask was being shipped out and that I should have it in time for my event. I was just like, okay, thank you. Thank you. That's all I wanted to know. Oh, God. And, like, I totally know, like, handcrafted stuff takes time. Like, poor Silverbell has ordered this fucking commission from me, like, in November, I'm pretty sure is when she ordered it from me. Either that or December, I can't quite recall. But, like, obviously, it's taking a while. It's a very rendered and detailed piece. And, like, I have two others who also have commissioned me in December. And I'm not done their pieces yet. Like, I understand, like, handcrafted shit take time. But it was 130 Canadian doubloons, and I had not received any word since I placed my order in November. Like, at least with my commissions, I try to, like, keep up with people and be like, hey, just let you know, like, I'm not ghosting you. I didn't run off with your money. Like, we're okay. Hi, how's it going? Here's the progress. Here's a little update. Like, I try to, like, you know, make sure I keep in touch with people. But, like, I hadn't received any word at all. But yeah, no, my inquiry was very quickly addressed through the Discord. And I have since received word from the Discord admins that my order was being shipped. So, excellent. The one behind Phantomancy was part of the LARP community in BC for a while, and her masks are still super popular. Yes. Yes. They're very pretty. I intend to alter mine a little bit because, again, I ordered a very simplistic pre-made one. And the fact that I can say simplistic and 130 Canadian doubloons at the same time is... but still. So I intend to add a little extra to it, just to personalize it a little bit and add a little pizzazz to it. Ophi's also a pretty simple person, so it makes sense. But, like, her custom masks, so she has a mask, set, or a mask, like, named Devourer, and Devourer looks so fucking sick. Oh my god. If Toland were to ever go to a masquerade, I would imagine him wearing that. But Jer is very much like I don't want to go to this, so. But also, Devourer is also like $250. Hold on, let me see. I can post it in the Twitch, and then maybe somebody who's bouncing between both can post it into the YouTube. Phantomacy. Yeah, Devourer. I'm gonna share Devourer first. This is not what I ordered. But that is what I mean when I say, like, the Devourer mask looks really fucking cool. I ordered the page. Copy. That's the one I ordered, was the page. Just, again, something very simplistic. I was scrolling around and I saw the page and I was just like, that's probably right. It's a simple one that she tends to have in stock frequently. So I figured it would just be the most it would be the easiest one to grab on such short notice, right? And also, like, she had her appendix removed in December. So, like, I'm glad I went with a pre-made instead of trying to get a custom in time for February. Especially considering with the communication issues I was having. There we go. It's very biblically accurate. What? What do you mean? Hold on. What do you mean? Oh my god, Stelkith. There's some shit we're planning for Ophi in the new year. There is some shit, which is also making me more excited to work on the Ophi Oracle card. Cancel. Invert selection. Delete. There we go. Are you going to bling up the mask? I'm not going to bling it too much. I'm thinking about adding some roses to the side. It's definitely not foreboding, especially since I know if he's wearing it. I told Jer that you had mentioned Delkith's biggest fear is basically people dying when he's not there to protect them sort of situation. And I was just like, oh, how do we have Ophelia's first death happen when Delkith is unable to do anything? How do we do this? But that's not what I'm referring to when I say that we're planning things. Where are the words? Hello? Okay, so the words are in this folder. Aha! I have found you. Okay. So we're gonna just nip the TH from here. Work smarter, not harder. Oh my god, this word is big. Why did I think this was such a small word? The fuck am I listening to? My boy, you wooed him. No, I'm not liking this song. So E. M. P. I'm just honestly waiting for one of these days for you guys to be like, okay, what are you trying to spell? I'm waiting for one of these days where I don't know, head empty and then like end up spelling something wrong. So I am noticing, so the TH I just grabbed from Rue was my very first Oracle card, and obviously the styles have changed a little bit. So I'm probably going to have to redo this T and this H, but at least I don't have to figure out how to write the T and the H, because I already have. They're here. So let's see what we can do to modernize them a little bit. Okay. Okay, I already see the first problem. There we go. Problem solved. Okay, I see the second problem. Actually, you know what? I probably could just do this. Look, I have news for you. Your bag, though completed, has been anointed with the missing element of blood, sweat, and tears due to another doing final look over the card, suddenly empathy. That would be my luck, honestly, dude. Excellent. Thank you, Spear, for providing the required material components. I am very excited to receive this bag. And for those who don't know what's going on, especially for any LARP nerds in chat, Ophelia's getting an anatomically correct leather heart bag. I'm so excited, dude. I also, I found online a anatomically correct ceramic heart pencil holder. Just like a little cup, a little ceramic cup to like put your pencils in. And I can't wait to put that somewhere in my tent and just put pencils in it. I want somebody to walk in and see it, just be like, what the fuck? I also have a flight of beakers. I don't know if that's the proper terminology for it, but I do have like a little like glass vial rack with glass vials in it, and I'm going to be filling them with solutions and putting teeth in them as well. I'm just slowly getting more creepy. That's sick as hell and definitely a little gross. Honestly, Spear, if there's any way you can gloss it, if there's any way you can make it moist, I would love that. I've seen those holders I almost bought for my wife. Yes! Oh, I also bought a half skull ceramic thing. It was advertised as a glasses holder, but the back cap of the skull also works as like a little tray to like hold trinkets. So I have a place for me to put my glasses at night when I go to bed and my jewelry. And it's just on my nightstand. I don't think anyone's been in my tent since I've started using that. But yeah, I bought some fake teeth to put into my beakers, and I intend to dinge them up and put like cavities in them and things like that. Yay. Moistening the bag. I could find a gloss coating, but I don't know how well it will work. I'll do some research before shipping. Okay. It's okay if you can't. I just thought it'd be a cool idea. Dipping slash... I just bit my tongue. Ow. Fuck, that hurt. Dipping slash soaking the plastic teeth in a turmeric slash yellow curry powder and water solution when yellow's in the smell. Yes. I also kind of want to like make little drill holes in them to again put cavities in them. I also a little while ago I bought shark teeth. So like on the beaches around here you can find like little itty bitty baby shark teeth. So I bought some shark teeth with the intention of touting them as goblin teeth. So I also have that too. Can't wait for Spirit to make the first ever peg to actively sweat. Can't wait for Spirit to come up to Canada and go to LARP with me. Delete. And oh, my elbow. Ugh, my arm. It's so sore. Oh, if you're running a goblin dentistry office on the side. Yeah, yes, you get on that shit. Spear makes his own mead. Like, and obviously he used to LARP. He used to be part of the LARPing scene locally, like for his, where he lives. And, you know, Ren fairs and shit like that. But also, come to Canada! Oh my god, guys, even my hands. The muscles in my hands are so sore. I'm sorry, I gotta take a moment to just stretch my hands. Oh my god. We need them, yes! Sorry, hand stretch. Woo! Okay. Alright, I am currently sitting straight, Mikey. I'm gonna count that as a gremlin check. Oh my god, I'm a sore bitch. Listen, I could probably make a little refillable container that would periodically push liquid out of the arm. No, you don't need to do that. You don't need to go that far, dude.
Ooh.
Oh my god, even my elbows. Oh, my elbows are so sore. I need to go to physio. I've been ignoring a problem, and it's becoming an even bigger problem because I've been ignoring it. I need to go to physio. Whew. Okay. All right. My right elbow has been sore since November, early November, when I had to make that poster for my LARP chapter in 3 days. Jer believes I just have been suffering with a repetitive stress injury because realistically I work at my desk all day. I'm right arm dominant. And I haven't really given my arm time to relax. I worked on that art piece. I went to HellCon. I helped out with demos. I'm right arm dominant, so I was casting with my right arm. I went to a LARP event where I was using my right arm. When I'm vegging in bed, I watch TikTok with my right arm. And now I am in a very physically demanding job. And Jared's been telling me, like, to look into going to physio since, like, December. So, but yeah, I need to do that. When I have the time, money, and freedom, I'll be there. Until then, I will live vicariously through my Canadian friends. Cry. Mod checking Red app? Moi, what's up? Or are you telling me to see if I can add you now? Oh, what happened? I don't see anything on my end. Spear! Oh my god, it sounds disgusting outside. What's going on, Lynette? Lynette's calling for you. On Red app. Apparently we need a mod over there. I don't see anything on my end. I genuinely don't see their comment. Oh, because I'm not on multi-chat anymore. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Oh, damn. Yeah, okay, I see it now. I see it now. Yeah, I can't do anything on this end. Damn. Imagine having so much time and such a small ego. Thank you, Spear. I'm so sorry, guys. I had switched over to the Twitch chat to, like, post those Phantomazi masks, and I forgot to switch back over. Hello, Pool. My watch is telling me to get up and stretch. But I don't wanna. I love how, like, I got a smartwatch specifically to tell me shit like this, and then anytime it does, I'm just like, go fuck yourself. did my music pause? Hello? There we go. Let's put this one under the line art layer so that you can do this and not have to worry about cleaning it up on the line art. Hit report. It should delete the messages and remove the person. If it could also time them out. Hell yeah, thanks. I'm genuinely astonished at people who just have so much time on their hands. Oh, wait. Edit, redo, redo, redo. What we're going to do is we're going to get rid of this. People are trash. That's all I know. Yeah, people suck. And often not in a good way. You know what? Yeah, I am feeling Epic the Musical. How done? How done? Epic is a musical. Yes. Okay, now we just have to do the why. Epic, you mean I get to start humming along while working or actually on my lunch in 3 minutes? Yes! So, why was the other word I needed to come up with? Or the other letter I needed to come up with. So let's do that now. Right now, here's that well of pride. How do I want to do why? I think my headset just died. Gonna have to bounce. Oh no! Bye, Delkath. I fight for us. I'll get there eventually, chap. Sorry. Like that? No. I do like this. I think how was mine? You can say goodbye to Penelope. Do I have something, or do you have something shiny? What? Oh, would that help? Would that help with the survival? Okay, and then new layer, clipping layer, and bloop. Alright, I gotta run to the washroom. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play clips for this one. So BRB, folks. I just basically took one of the skyscrapers near us and I've turned it into a stable. Get back in your stall!
I see they programmed them just like real horses.
It would be Snooch. It would be Snooch. That would be. Maybe he wants to make a donation. I don't accept eyeballs. You can type ! donate and donate me some of your dollary dues, but I don't accept eyeballs or pubes, I'm gonna be honest. Or toenails.
Oh, okay. Thank you, D. Who's my little pog champ? And also, there's an Arara. Okay.
Oh, let's hear Miss Ara.
Arara.
Prostitute.
Prostitute.
Thank you, honey. What is prostite?
Little slutty powder.
I just basically took one of the skyscrapers near us and I've turned it into a stable. Get back in your stall!
I see they programmed them just like real horses.
It would be Snooch. It would be Snooch. That would be. Oh my god, the fuck? Someone redeemed. Oh my god, you're gonna do this! Okay. Ada. Okay. God damn it. Mikey. I'm sitting here. Fucking tired. Yawning. Waiting for you to join. So I can crack this energy drink. There you go. One brave little villager did die because of the undead. I never learned that dog's name. I never learned that doggo's name, but I Paradise. And the animatic I have here is by Virus AP. I don't think this one here has themes I need to warn you all about, but we are going to start getting into some more heavier warnings as the sagas go on, okay? Just giving y'all a heads up.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot about the suicide one. Maybe I should have done that one. Yeah, there's some suicidal themes.
I don't think I have to worry about anything.
Listen! God, someone clip that. Dear
Content warning.
Lord.
I
Suicide.
Okay, you
forgot
have to
about it. Anywho,
You forgot about that little detail. You know?
listen, I'm a millennial.
So
I'm fucking deaf to it. Yeah, I'm starting to get that impression. So Snow, how do you feel? Looking like a blow up doll. It's a very fine line, you know. Open mouth and blow up doll. It's a very fine line. Hypnos, if you give me another useless piece of
Buy a
advice.
spike trap out there, huh? Well, that's too bad. Have you tried not standing there, like when the spikes come out?
I have not.
Disgraceful.
Okay, we need to play this a little smarter. That was not intelligent at all, actually. Okay. Oh, wait. Now they're gone. No, they're there. Okay.
Oh, I see.
We all gotta try for the same hole. This. I think No! I was in front of this!
She's defeated.
You know, one thing I'll say for Charon there, he doesn't talk too much. And since neither do you, I'm letting you have this.
Now, it has been a hot minute since I've bucket clutched, okay?
just let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, let me get my shit off, dude. And get my goggles off. I would need a water bucket. All right.
Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
Are you fucking
Mic
kidding
drop.
me?
So, Dark.
I'd recommend a nab in a spot now because it looks like they're filling up pretty fucking quick.
Hi, Spam. You missed it.
Stream's over. Why no? Come here, bud.
Okay.
Listen. He ate us. It was a combination of eating us and taking us out. No clip it. No. God damn it. I'm just gonna go die, actually. I'm tempted to check this Riolu because of the Lucario. Oh, yeah, he's coming up now. Hi, big boy.
Hi, Spam.
Buddy. Hi, buddy. Hi. How you doing, buddy? Hey, Spam. Hi. Can I maybe convince you to fucking not? Hey, buddy. Can I move these out of the way? Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're just gonna block my tracking entirely? Okay, buddy. I can't read chat past your fat butt. Hi. Oh, that's right. That's what the wedge beetle does. But I mounted it.
Come see the merchant.
No. Let me get. Are you aggressive? No! Let go of me! Let go of me! Hello. I figured it was close enough to 4 that I could try to get Mystic to have her medication. I prepped her medication. Sorry, Mikey. Yeah, I prepped her medication. I put it in her treat. And she just sat there and looked at me. I was just like, I tried putting some of her treat and medication in like a spoon, bring it up to her mouth, be like, hey, Pippi, you want some? And she just sat there and looked at me. To be fair, I did wake her up, so she was probably grumpy at me. But that's why I took a little longer. She did not end up having her medication. So I'm going to try a little closer to 4:30 and see if she's, she's interested. Hi, Spam. My goodness. Handsome man. How dare you wake her up? Listen. She sleeps all day. I figured she'd be okay if I woke her up for a treat. Yes, my love. Men. Spam, you can be blocking my tracking. You expect this chick to work on me for the 50th time. Mother shame. So, I used to administer her medication orally. I used to, work with her to get her pills downrange. Spam, you're blocking my tracking, dude. But after she lost her tooth, we had noticed a sore show up on her lip, her upper lip. And it lined up with where theoretically her lower canine would possibly bump into her lip anytime we gave her medication. Like, we didn't like slam her mouth shut, but we did like, leave little space for her mouth to open for her to spit her pill back out, right? So with that theory in mind, we've decided to grind her pill up, or crush her pill up and put it into her treats instead, because she very much likes the tube treat. And we haven't had issue giving her medication since. She even gets what I call princess treatment. Alrighty, Lynette, thank you. She gets what I call princess treatment, where, like, in the morning, she gets 2 different medications, right? She gets a steroid and a painkiller. And so, to make sure that she is the only one that has that treat, we put the treat on the counter, and we put her on the counter. Which is insane. Which is wild, because her entire life, anytime she's been up on the counter, we're like, no, get off the counter! But now we're actively putting her up there, and she just doesn't know what to do. I mean, like, obviously she still has her treat, because she ain't just gonna not have her treat. But, like, anytime we walk back to the kitchen while she's still on the counter, I try not to leave her alone while she's on the counter. But, like, if I have to go to my desk to get my water bottle, for example, anytime I walk back into the kitchen, she, like, stops eating her treat and she looks at me. And I have to pet her and be like, no, baby, it's okay. I put you up here. You are allowed up here. So yeah. But no, she was sitting on the counter and she was just looking at me. She was just like, what do you expect me to do, mother? Alright, well, if now is not the time for treat, then now is not the time for treat, I guess. I'm gonna try again in like 30 or 40 minutes. Let's see if she's down for it then. But this is also something I've got to keep an eye on, because if she has a sudden decrease in appetite, like that's GG, right? Just up on the forbidden counter, like, what is this sick game, mother? Right? Greeted with open arms, whatever reason. Actually, let's erase this part here. Invert selection, time for line art. So I've recently started listening to... What is the guy's name? Hold on. Tim Welch Vocal Studio. He does really cool, like, vocal analysis of songs. And he's got a reaction series to Epic the Musical. And, like, I started watching him for things like Iron Mouse's Music Box of Fate. What else? There was K-pop Demon Hunters, like a lot of just like musical stuff. But yeah, I really like his analysis of things, and I just learned like this morning sort of that he had done an Epic the Musical reaction. So I started listening to his Epic the Musical reaction and analysis. So that's why I was just like, when I booted up stream, I was just like, oh guys, we're gonna be listening to Epic the Musical today. So here we are. It's been a hot minute since I've just vibed to Epic the Musical. I feel like I made the Y way too skinny. Shit. Piss. Buckets. Let's see. How can we bulk this up? Ooh, hold on. I unfortunately must dip. Not a problem, Silverbell. Have a good one. Thank you so much for popping in. That might be a little too much. Do I want to continue? Maybe instead I can do this. Another thing I could do, because like the furthest arm on my M is just full shadow, so theoretically I could just do that too. It's almost too perfect, too good to be true. I just hear the wind just beating against the house. Oh my goodness, it's gross out there, dudes. Strap in chat, we're Greeking today. music's not too loud, is it, folks? No dirty dishes. Good job, Lynette. I gotta unload and reload my dishwasher when I'm done stream. I should have done that before stream and then ran it after stream, but I woke up at 11:30. It's so loud I can't even hear it. Oh wait, can you guys not? Wow. I'd like to thank you, stranger, what's your name? For your gift, I've one to reply. I'm cool with that on the red. Oh, yeah, no. The red app, you won't be able to hear it. Yeah, I didn't want to get cock-smacked on red, so... It's just one life to take. Imagine being so caught off guard that the Cyclops kills your people before you can stop him. Such a great strategist, right? I mean, like, I feel like Odysseus had a good strategy. I just feel like he wasn't anticipating the response of the Cyclops. Like, the idea of mixing Lotus in the wine, I think was a very good idea. I just think that, he didn't anticipate how long it would take for it to kick in because, the Cyclops' body mass is huge. And if his men weren't prepared to fight a Cyclops, like if they've never fought a Cyclops before, that, I imagine, would be a learning curve. Oh, how is the scorched rice candy, Lynette? You still working on the bag, or is the bag gone? You've hurt me enough. When's the last time I saved this canvas? I should probably save. Didn't plan for the delay. Tisk tisk. No wonder why Athena tells him off. Suplex would say, perhaps how suplexable would you say the Cyclops was? Probably not very. But yeah, I think we can all agree, though, Odysseus' major folly was fucking giving the Cyclops his full government name and address. Let's be honest. I think that was the biggest mistake. Remember them, the fallen and afraid. But yeah, I think like this part here is very strategic as well. Like, we can't kill him, he'll block the path. Like, I think there are some parts where he's very intelligent. Just, you know, others where hubris gets him. Alright, now to finagle all the words and make them look purty. Okay, so I know what's going on with these here whenever I try to, like, move the layer. It's because I just went and dumped color instead of actually... I know what's going on. I don't think I can explain it right now, but I know what's going on. I don't like how that Y is sitting, but I can't bring it down further because the circle's there. I also, for some reason, this M just looks crooked to me. You are reckless, sentimental at best. Well, see, now everything's too far over. I'm gonna fucking freak out, dude. Ugh. I know. Clip Studio not responding. Oh, ah. Okay. Whew. Please. Please. Laptop. Shh. Yeah, I think it was like Polyphemus was like the youngest brother, I think it was. Oh, I see 2 people redeeming Lifesaver. Give me a second. Once Clipstudio gives me access. Okay. Save. Oh. Okay. We have the frame done, the words done, the rendering done. I think I'm gonna add a scooch more white to this wreath here. I think. Do you guys want to see something really fucking cool though? You saw it for a second there when I was trying to figure out which layer I was on. But like all of this rendering here. It's like a completely different drawing. Like, holy crap. I'm so impressed with that. Like, the difference is insane to me. Bro's bleeding from his eye. There's a whole ass man's behind him holding the sheep, and they're just like, stop messing around, little bro. Alright. I'm gonna send it off to her for final review. And if she's okay with everything, then I'm gonna take 24 hours of not looking at it. Surrender to the rendered. It's very good, thank you. Inside. This for a storm. I do apologize, guys. I'm feeling very karaoke today. I try not to sing too much on stream, but I'm feeling so karaoke today, dude. Waiting for this thing to save. It's got over 100 layers on it. It's a big boy. Oh. Then we'll prevail. I'm out of my energy drink. Or my Jinx Gaming. My energy beverage. Jer doesn't text. He really doesn't. So like, I have no idea if he has seen my texts or if he's like actually doing the things that I asked him to do. Like, honestly, what I would love is a little like, okay, or like a K. If he literally sent me a K, I would be like, okay, the text has been seen. He knows, like, he's gotten the I know that he's gotten the information, like, but he doesn't send that. He doesn't. He's not a big texty guy. But he also has a habit of not checking his phone when he gets off work. Especially if he's had a shitty day. Which is frequent at his job. Alright. Please, please. There we go. Changed. Adjusted or altered. All right. I am going to close this for now. And I'm going to work on my next project. Cat drugs, truck fuel, people fuel. Yeah, kinda. But like, the vet clinic closes at 7 p.m. today, I believe. And it's currently 4:27, so... oh no. I don't like how Google says they close at 5 p.m. today. I'm pretty sure they close at 7 p.m. today, but Google says they close at 5. This makes me nervous. I'm going to take a quick moment, folks, and call the vet and whatnot, just to make sure everything is copacetic. So I'm going to BRB. We don't use this fridge. Do you mind if I get rid of it to put just more cheese fermenters in the house, just so we don't have to go that far?
Oh, yeah.
Paradise. And the animatic I have here is by Virus AP. I don't think this one here has themes I need to warn you all about, but we are going to start getting into some more heavier warnings as these sagas go on, okay? Just giving you all a heads up.
Yep.
Sorry, I forgot about the suicide one. Maybe I should have done that one. Yeah, there's some suicidal themes.
I don't think I have to worry about anything.
God, someone clip that. Dear
Content warning.
Lord.
I
Suicide.
Rebecca, you
forgot
know what to
about
do.
it. Anywho,
You forgot about that little detail. You know?
listen, I'm a millennial.
So
I'm fucking deaf to it. Looking like a blow-up doll. It's a very fine line, you know. Open mouth and blow-up doll. It's a very fine line. Maybe he wants to make a donation. I don't accept. What did I say? He did forget Mystic's medication. He didn't even check his texts. So he did get gas, but he did not get me energy drinks, which is fine. We got gas stops near us tomorrow, so we can go get energy drinks tomorrow. But he has driven past the vet clinic, which means he's close to being home. And I was like, "Hey, babe, you picking up Mystic's meds?" And he goes, "Nope, I gotta turn around." And I'm like, "Okay, you do that." Okay. All right. All right, so this is going to require individual, what's the word I'm looking for? This is going to require individual shading as well, but also, overall rendering as well, so. Why is that not looking how I want it to look? Okay, that's a little better. So this is a dark elf woman coming out of the Underdark for the first time, seeing the sun for the first time. So a lot of this is going to be about lighting. Okay, we're not gonna focus on that right now because that's frustrating me. And it's probably because we still have a lot of the dark color on here. So we're gonna rein back some of this dark shading. So that's the line art layer. That's the eyes layer. Skin tone. Ah, yes, it's the lips. Okay. So, oh, I guess I don't need this anymore. Was it this one? This one. It was this one. So this is the blush color based on that palette. Okay. There we go. I am having difficulty with this, with the white of the eye there. I'm just gonna correct it. Which means I'm also probably gonna have to adjust the way this is. I'm still on the fence about adding the under eye lines here. Because, like, this character is young. Like, she's a teenager. And I kind of want to save, basically, doing that with shading, specifically. No, this one. These lines should be closer to the lash line. And these ones should be further because her eyes are more closed over here. I'll keep them for now. I'll keep them for now and see how I'm feeling. Been so anxious. What's everyone having for supper? I'm still not entirely sure what I'm doing yet, but I think Jer mentioned that there's like pork chops in the deep freeze. And we got some like cheese and broccoli rice kits and some like wild grain rice kits. I think I might just do something with that and maybe a salad or something. that vocal analyst guy I have not gotten to him reacting to Poseidon yet, but I'm so fucking excited to get him to reacting to Poseidon. Cause like fucking Steven something Rodriguez, I wanna say, is the fucking voice of Poseidon is so fucking good, dude. Actually, I don't think that's exactly how that neck shading would go if I have my light source coming from over here. So I think that's how that would go. Okay, I'm gonna take a painkiller. Oh my god. My hands hurt, guys. The muscles in my hands hurt. I try not to take painkillers. Like, not for any bad reason. I just don't like taking painkillers. But like, you know it's bad when I take a painkiller. Like an over-the-counter Tylenol. Ugh. My water bottle is so heavy. Ah. Oh, the noise that just came out of my shoulder. Oh, dudes. Hi, Cade. Tail end. You still got about an hour. But yes, I did. You sent me that Discord message earlier as I was like literally booting up for stream, so I do apologize that I haven't replied yet, but I did see it. I was actually thinking about DMing you recently, seeing about how far you'd gotten in Valheim. Oh, this is interesting. So you guys have seen me use these like the new concept fantasy skin tones before because they're just so easy and convenient. So like this one here has the blush as this like super dark color, but then like the shading as this like faint purpley color, which is causing an interesting conflict here. This is weird. Like skin tones are definitely complex, especially if you add like fantasy tones into it as well. Oof, I'm trying, dudes. I'm trying. No worries. I never expect prompt responses. As for Valheim, I really haven't had the spare time to progress any further. I've just been doing a little bit of mapping the swamp and a bit of minor redesigns of the house's interior. Ooh. Just in case the redeem didn't clock. Don't forget to save. Oh, thank you. File, save. Yes, I see it now. I do apologize. I wasn't looking at it. I was too lost in the swass. I'm nearly done the Silver Bell card. Kate, I don't know if you saw, I posted in the LARP server in the art drop tab. That is the bulk of the rendering done. So there's no real changes to the rendering. I basically just added the word to the card today. I'm so close for that being done. But I've just started the rendering on this piece. Oh my god. Rendering also gives me the opportunity to go and, like, see where I've fucking overlined and overdrawn and shit like that. Say, what a brilliant speech you gave. I thought it looks amazing. I desperately wish I had the background and LARP to order a card or 10. I'm so in love with the idea. Yeah. Honestly, low-key, like, if I ever get the opportunity to do all of the player characters, I would 100% look into getting them printed or something. The first person to ever order in Oracle cards, the person who started all this, was Ruaria, who was the first one I've ever drawn, obviously, which is this one. And she did a whole, like, teehee, what if I, like, ordered a card for everybody? And I went and my prices have changed since. Just gonna put that out there. My prices have changed since. I have since gone to charging more. But I had done a calculation based on all of the player characters we had at the time. We now have more player characters. And it was... I told her that would be like a $5,000 order at that time. I was like, girl, I'm down to fucking clown if you are. And she was just like, I'll think about it. But that was like 2-3 years ago now. Like 2 years ago. So, obviously we're not doing that. But I was just like, But, you know, other players have since independently come to me and have ordered their own cards, which has been really nice. It's been really cute. I'm gonna ask a weird question, guys. I'm gonna ask a weird question. Do your eyes ever just, like, shake on you? Do your eyes ever just, like, randomly rattle in your head for, like, 0.3 seconds? Because, like, sometimes if I'm, like, really focused on something, suddenly my eyes will just rattle. And I gotta, like, give them a second to, like, come to terms with reality. Is that something I should bring up to a, you know, medical professional, maybe? I'm thinking it might be. The eyeballs do occasionally vibrate, and it's mildly disturbing. Is that normal? If I manage to get my career off the ground, I'm definitely throwing money at you. Hey! Get a warm welcome. I love how Circe's just like, did I stutter? I revealed their true forms. Did I fucking stutter? Maybe it could just be a muscle fatigue / spasm because eyeballs are actually cool as fuck, but it happens a lot. Then maybe something. No, it's not a lot. It's like basically when I'm like deeply focusing, every now and again it will happen. So if it's like a fatigue thing, then yeah, I could 100% see that because I'm staring at a screen for hours at a time, focusing on details. Yeah, I could see it. No pun intended. I'm seeing some line art overlap here. I'm getting the spinny wheel of death. Yep, it's an absolutely normal thing. Check your glasses, nerd. Listen, I am mildly over time for my glasses. Last I heard you should get them checked like every 2 years. I'm going on like my 3rd year. Listen. But granted, like, I had spent... Why did I feel the need to correct line? Oh, that's up here. I had spent a decade of going to my optometrist every 2 years, getting my eyeballs checked, and being told that there is no significant changes in my prescription. I had spent a decade of basically being told, your peepers are fine, go home. You don't need new glasses. And it wasn't until I started spending more time looking at screens, when I started streaming, and I started getting headaches constantly. It's because I didn't have blue light protection. My glasses were over 10 years old. So when I went in for an eye exam, they were like, yeah, your prescription hasn't really changed. You don't need new glasses. And I was just like, but I'm getting new glasses today. And I got scratch resistance, glare resistance, blue light protection, like... So, like, realistically, if the trend has stuck, I probably don't need new glasses. My prescription's probably still fine. I should still definitely go in and get my peepers checked. I'm not trying to get out of that. But it's not urgent, in my opinion. It's been 12 long years. Not really seeing a whole lot of difference by doing this underlayer of this purple here. Alright, get a little collarbone shading going on in here. haven't had my eyes checked in. Well, I had an appointment once ever to try to see if that's why I was getting migraines like 8 years ago, I want to say, so I've never heard to speak. When you get a little bit more of a stable job, you should definitely go in for a cursory check. Get the shadow from the fingers on here. Like a dream. There we go. Oh, I'm in so much pain. Kate, I don't know if you saw, I started a new job yesterday. Ugh, I haven't worked since 2020. I haven't worked since the pandemic broke out. I haven't worked a physical or physically intensive, like, traditional job since then, I should say, because I've been doing content creation. But yeah, my reintroduction to the workforce has been a bakery. I saw you have my deep sympathies, mini hugs as you prefer. It is. And yeah, I worked like a 9.5-hour shift yesterday, which is just, it was my first shift. And it's just like, hey, do you want to like abuse your body for 9.5 hours? Okay, actually, I'm gonna... Nice, starting strong. Strong's a word for it. Hold on. I recently favorited... That's what it is. I'm gonna download a new brush specifically meant for skin highlighting to make my life a little easier. Oops. Okay, well. Must we? Oh my good God, calm down. I'm gonna shit. Sorry guys, I accidentally minimized the fucking Clip Studio, what's it called? Window. There we go. Okay. Now to get this fucking code. And enter. That did not bring up... No, I've typed in the code ID correctly. Yeah. That is the correct code. Why isn't it bringing up the brush I want to get? Hello? gonna add it to my liked here, and maybe I can pull that up. What are you guys doing? My watch is telling me to work out again. I should listen to that more. I don't want to. It did not save it to my favorites. Am I logged in? Yes, I am considered logged in. Why didn't it add it to my favorites? Maybe I'll just search up the creator. Sorry, guys. Man, even the creator's not showing up. Damn. Okay, well, maybe I will get that later. Maybe I'll do that rendering later, then, I guess. Fuck. That seems way too bright. Did I grab the right highlight tone? Yeah, looks like I did. See, I'm not digging that. I think I'm being documented. One must take great caution not to startle the wild fairies while observing them, for they are a naturally skittish breed. Oh my god. Hi, Nan. How's it going, girly? You done work for the day. Nice spear. Congrats. Oh, please clip. Ooh. Please. Gentle zoom. There we go. Time to game, but what to game? Memecraft? I mean, I'm done in about 30 minutes. I could join for a little Memecraft. Then I'll become the monster. Ooh, here's something. So with darker skin tones, it actually should do a lighter tone on like the palms of the hands, because that doesn't see the sun frequently. I'll tone it down a little bit. I'll go back and I'll soften this up. It's all about building those layers, those levels. I'm gonna update OBS and my stream assets in a bit, and then get an MRI later today. Ooh, Nan, are you gonna be? Is day 1 of fun employment? Oh, okay. You're gonna be getting into streaming or back into streaming. Sounds like you've maybe done some streaming before, saying you're gonna be updating OBS. He will chase you high and low. Oop. Oop. Eh? Eh? What the hell happened to my brush? There we go. I did a little bit before, but I'm going to do more seriously now while I'm on the job hunt. Hell yeah! Can we get a shout out for Nan on Twitch, please? For those who don't know Nan is Ziona's partner. You guys all know Z. But Nan also, to my understanding, is pretty knowledgeable about game making and development. And if you guys remember that Rose Spider Witchy character that I designed and did the ref sheet for and the illustration for, that is all Nan. Hi, baby cakes. Thank you. I love you. Give me touch. Oh, I get back of hand kiss? Oh my god. So romantic.
How long are you shooting for?
Should be done in about 25.
Okay.
You mentioned that there was fast fried pork chops in the deep freeze.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to grab those for me, baby?
Yeah.
I love you so much. Oh. But yeah, go check her out. Go support her. Go love her. Go say hi. This is my first time rendering, like, true, like, fantasy black skin. It is nerve-wracking. So I am sort of just doing some trial and error. I'm tempted to add a little more purple. I kind of want to add a smooch of purple. We Septar friends here. Yes. Going chicken hunting and then going quartz farming. Oh, and Memecraft? Hell yeah. Good luck in the nether. I'm going to warn you. So when you loaded in, you should have gotten a little green book in your inventory called Alex's Mobs, or an introduction to Alex's Mobs, or something along those lines. I would recommend looking through that book and looking for the things that can spawn in the nether. Because, like, one of the scary things, in my personal opinion, are the drop bears. They are stealthy and will cling to the ceiling and land on you. There's also like I don't exactly remember what they're called, but effectively they are like long ass lava reptiles, and I believe they're hostile as well. Oh, and the crimson mosquitoes, which will latch onto you and slowly drain your blood. Good luck in the nether. Actually, you should have some familiarity with Alex's Mobs, because that was also on your mod pack. Or the zombie one that we did. I think I'm gonna do a slightly darker. Where is the lips? This one. Fuck those mosquitoes. Yeah. After the dropper. Yeah. I have been so terrified ever since reading their excerpt in the Alex's Mob book. I've been so fucking terrified of them that, like, I have been so diligent in making sure that I'm never surprised by one. That, like, I genuinely have not had a negative encounter with one, because in previous mod packs that I've played, we've played with Xenos maps, or Zeros maps, or whatever the fuck it is, and with those maps, you can just hold down tab, and it shows you the icons of what's on the map around you. Like, all the little blips on the mini-map actually become icons, or if they are not a vanilla creature, they show the name. So with Alex's Mobs, it will just straight up show the name of what that little blip on your map represents. So, whoopsie, whenever I see a bunch of little blips, like, I'm periodically pressing tab to, like, see the names pop up or the icons pop up. And anytime I see that there is a drop bear near me, I'm just like, where the fuck is it? And then, of course, I take it out, either with my souped-up bow or on Spear's Zombiecraft, the Gnomecraft server. I pull out my fucking sniper rifle and deal with it. Alto becomes bears and beasts of all the types, with the fucking mosquitoes can go straight to hell to Tartarus. Straight past hell to Tartarus. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, I'm gonna go put a pin in Skendering the Rend. Hello? Guys, I'm tired. I'm not adjusting to work well. Skendering the Rend. Help me, please. Okay. Rendering the skin. I'm gonna take a brief break from that, and I'm gonna switch over to the hair. have you ever seen the prank Australian zookeepers sometimes pull on tourists? They ask you to put on before handing them a sleepy koala. I mean, like, I am not a koala expert, but it is my understanding it's a good idea to put on some protective gear whilst handling a koala, because it is to my understanding that they can give you syphilis by, like, peeing on you or something. That's what I heard. If somebody knows more / better, please educate me. Because if that is not the case, I would love to not be terrified of koalas. I've been tired a week. Like, I've fallen asleep a good hour or two before normal and still wake up tired and caffeine. So yeah, I recently had blood work done, and I learned that my hemoglobin levels are low. He's like, it's not low enough to, like, really be concerned. Apparently, like, a normal resting level for hemoglobin is like 120, and mine's like 117. But, like, lowered hemoglobin levels can result in fatigue, lightheadedness, paler. Like, it can, pardon me, it basically often goes hand in hand with anemic, low iron, ? So maybe I should look into getting some iron supplements. One thing he also said is my inflame levels, my inflammatory markers were high. So apparently, like, he immediately asked, he's just like, were you coming off a cold or something? And I was like, no, I don't think I was sick. Jer has been sick, so it's entirely possible I caught what he has and I'm just asymptomatic. But he was just like, yeah, your whatever the fuck the word was, it's high. And I'm like, oh? And he goes, yeah, normally it's 8, but yours is 34. And he's like, basically that just suggests that your body's fighting something off, or that you've got, like, inflammation somewhere. And I'm like, oh, okay. So he's like, in 3 weeks I want you to go back for more blood work just to see if that's gone down. And I'm like, great, more blood work. Whoa. For those who don't know, I have a huge phobia of needles and blood. And of course, blood work combines both of those. So, I will be as strong as I can be. Not to, resurface the whole Oko's got a praise king conversation. But I will say, when I went in for my blood work and I explained, I was like, hey, like, I'm really sorry, I've got a huge needle and blood phobia. Like, I am going to do everything within my power to, like, be okay for this, but I just wanted to at least give you that warning. She was just like, okay, yeah, we'll work with that. Afterwards, she was just like, you did amazing, actually. You did really good. And, like, I told her how doctors in the past have basically told me to stop being a baby and have basically called me, like, a nuisance and things like that about it. And she goes, no, if you ever need to come back for blood work, make sure you ask for me. Like, you did fantastic. So, that made me feel better. But I don't have a praise kink. In the end, once I apply all the pressure, when the nightmare sir says you're doing good. Listen. Gerald also said I did a very good job, so. I see, documenting the praise kink now. No! Their population does have a big problem with that. Yeah, I'm not sure if they can pass it on to humans or not, though. Okay. Sounds like this is a question for Google. Lightning Brandon. Rendering white or silver hair is also a fucking task. Someone's gotta die today, and you have got the final say. Oh, I'm not looking forward to rendering that braid. Ugh. Oh, I'm so eepy. You know what, guys? I'm gonna do a little self-care. I'm gonna call it 10 minutes early. I know it's only 10 minutes, but I'm checked out. I need to take a break. Oh, I need to go rest. We'll do this. And there we go. All right. Do it. Do a little self-care. But yes, thank you all so much. Lowering the tablet. Right, fucking crew, don't betray us. We betrayed you twice on this journey. Yeah, exactly, right? Have a good rest. Thank you, Nan. But yes, thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. If you guys like the vibes and want to continue having a good time, feel free to check out the Discord. Whenever I want to play a game that's more fun with more folks, I always go to my Discord first. So, games like Apex Legends, League of Legends, Overwatch, Red Dead Redemption Online, Final Fantasy XIV Online, Valheim the Forest, The Owl, Pacified of Hours, Sons of the Forest, Raft, Minecraft, Baldur's Gate 3, Lethal Company, Medieval Dynasty, Among Us, Jackbox, and many, 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 many more. If you guys are artists and you're here because of the art, I do also have an art tab in my Discord where you can share your own creations. It doesn't matter the medium, as long as you did it with your hands and your brain. What else? Oh, if you want to see what I'm posting at other social medias, feel free to check out that link there. I post to Twitter and Blue Sky, TikTok, and YouTube. I have a Ko-fi where I sell physical, tangible merch, like a body pillow of my husband. And I also take art commissions. All of that can be found right in there. Yes, honey?
Nothing.
Nothing? Nothing? Alright.
If I don't say it, I can't be blamed for it.
Yeah, husband body pillow. Yeah, check it out. Check out in the link there, link. Or yeah. Check it out in the link there, link. Alrighty, but yes, thank you all again so much for hanging out. Oh my god. I think no real big events happened today, so there's no one specifically to thank other than all of you amazing people for hanging out here, for vibing, for chilling. Thank you all so much for spending some of your time with me. You could literally be doing anything right now, and yet you're here listening to me spiral slowly into insanity. So yeah, thanks for that. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Alright. We have sheltered the Discord. We have thanked folks for today. So now it's time for my favorite part of the day where we get to take this amazing community to somebody new. And I see Siren is currently live. We are currently rating out via Twitch to Gilded Siren. They are a they-them deep sea creature dragon VTuber. And they're currently playing a game called Off. Looks like a pixel game. So let's go say hi to them. Might be a little horror-ish, we can see. You have a cute voice, so it's well worth it. Thank you. Alright, if you all have access to my emotes, please, please, please copy that very first raid message. If not, fret not, copy that very second raid message. And we can still show Siren the love and support of the adventuring party. And until I get to hang out with you all again, maybe tomorrow, we'll see. But I do work Sunday and Monday, so we'll see. Join the Discord if you guys want updates on my schedules, okay? So, but until then, I hope you all stay awesome, stay safe, and well, I guess this is bye-bye.